Hey, welcome back to Crucial Conversations. Yes, indeed, it is I am him. Dontay Harris, 6'9" pigeon toe, you know what I mean? So Crucial Conversations, we come up with another episode and we still on this hip hop. So what I did a little while ago, about a month ago or so, I came up with this idea. I was going to go ahead and put a competition together, 16 bars. Find some local artists that have some bars, put them together, put a little money on the line, try to bring them in, try to do some promotion, trying to see what's going on. You know, you want to go fishing, want to go find an artist, somebody you never heard of, right? So I went out there, so I did this. I put it together. I saw, all right, Crucial 16. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to promote it. I'm going to see if I can get somebody to come up on here and see some and hear some hard bars. You know what I mean? So then I did that. And I've had numerous people send in they 16 bars. The beat was by my dude, Wayne Miller, a.k.a. Dub Zero, a.k.a. Sub Zero, a.k.a. that dude from Chicago that got that West Coast flair with it. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my dude, Dub. You know, he's the guy that did a lot of producing for me on some of my songs when I used to drop bars often. But the winner of that 16 challenge, the crucial 16 challenge, was AC. Now this dude AC hails from Tacoma, straight out of the east side, man. And I just want to introduce you to the winner. So, without further ado, my guy, AC.
Time's at stake, gotta grind for plates, can't rewind the dates. This life is like a game of Twister, better find your place. My mind's in grace, it's amazing, I rhyme to blind the hate. If shine takes away shade, mine could exonerate. It's fine, I'll wait for my line to shake once they dine the bait. Y'all dying racing for first, I'm on my lion's pace. I am my prey, and if I miss, I'll smile like I'm okay. Cause my mistakes is what honestly makes me kinda great. Thoughts racing like Michael Johnson in his prime time. Heart pacing, I'm exercising on the sideline. About to go in like a rookie on his first play. I touch down, they celebrate like it's my birthday. My words lay a foundation stronger than Tom Ford. Y'all just be making up shit, verses be contoured. My bars soar over heads, I'm on my condor. Feasting on carcasses, knowing that I'ma find more. I've endured whatever's been thrown at me. Pick a stone and try your luck. I've been known to keep a savvy way of maneuvering out of obstacles that might seem treacherous. You're gonna fall down a bunch of times. It happens to the best of us. There's no contesting us. We a force that can't be reckoned with. Try to sink the boat all you want, but we got fellowship. Harnessing my craft took a long time to embellish it. Waiting on that day I climax like I've been celibate. Motivation, I celibate. There's no appropriating my relevance. Too much content, homie, I'm like an element. Rain on your parade, it's tragic if your umbrella bent. The world's been given false advertisement, this is the settlement. So why ignore my presence? You receiving a gift today, that's why they call it present. And what's a peasant to a king, but somebody still building their potential? To say the least, I do it all for my peace. Man, I'm just giving my peace.
Yes,
Peace.
indeed. Yes, indeed. That's AC, man. Coming here to drop them bars for you straight up, man. Acapella, nothing else behind them. Just give you some of that wordplay, some of that stuff that won the competition, man.
Yeah.
What's up? Hey, look, like I was trying to tell him, I didn't even know who you was, man. You know what I'm saying? When you entered the competition. So our conversation, our relationship just started via text message and meeting you just 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
10 minutes ago.
Literally
So
that.
I got questions. So all my questions is genuine. I don't even know. I don't even know these answers. I don't know what this man's going to do, what he's going to talk about. He might just drop some more bars on you. I don't know what's going on,
It
man.
could happen. It could happen. I got
man.
more, most definitely.
Yeah. He might just keep going, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you from?
All right, well, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you before, originally from Tacoma, you know what I mean? Born and raised, east side, territory. That was like, I bounced around, you know what I mean? So like I would say from kindergarten to 5th grade, I was on the east side, you know what I mean? And then, you know how Tacoma go, you know what I mean? So my pops moved us out to Spanaway, you feel me? And I would say from then on, that was like, so that was an actual 5th grade. 4th grade, I was still out in Tacoma. 5th grade, I started going to school out in Spanaway. And from 5th grade, I bounced around from Spanaway District to Lakewood, and then back and forth, basically, you know what I'm saying, just throughout school. But East Side is definitely what I call home, you know what I mean? No matter where I went, I always found my way back to the East Side and made my time to get back to the East Side. Like, East Side is home, you know what I mean?
Them is your streets.
Right,
Them
most
is your
definitely.
streets.
Most
Them
definitely.
is your streets. I mean, I understand that. I'm a bit of a Tacoma nomad. I moved all over the place, being a ward of the state, so I lived everywhere in Tacoma.
I kind of did too, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I feel at home all through the city.
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
exactly. Tacoma, period, is home.
It's home. It's home.
Yeah.
It's home. You know, there's a lot of guys that feel that way. That also reminds me of I had a lot of people that once I left the city that talked to me about they be like, "You're from Seattle." Nothing against Seattle, but no, I'm not from Seattle.
I know, although you know too much well about that. I know too much well about that.
I'm not from Seattle. You people that are listening to the podcast, the podcast is coming from Tacoma, Washington. We in downtown Tacoma, Washington.
253.
253. Nothing against the Seattle. I got love up there. Got love
Much
for my
love
guys
to the
up
six.
there.
Much love to the
But you know what I'm
six.
saying? We've always been sitting somewhere where we're a little less populated. They're 3 times our population.
Exactly.
And they're right above our heads. So to come
right.
out of the area, they don't like to group you in.
Mm-hmm.
We like to stand out. And then from the
Most
streets,
definitely.
I mean, I can't claim a place where I don't know the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I know the spots to go eat in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I know where to go hang out if I'm going to a club.
Right.
But I don't know the streets.
Right.
That means I'm not
exactly.
from.
That
I'm
means
not from there.
there.
I'm not from there. Like I can say the
I
same
know.
thing in L.A. I know where to
Right.
go. I can say the same thing in Vegas. It's the same thing. I don't know the streets though.
Right. Exactly.
I know
you
the
don't know
street-
these parts.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you
Where
know
you're
what I
from
mean?
is what
Right,
you know.
Exactly.
What you know. I know
Exactly.
Tacoma.
Right.
You know what I'm
most
saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's
So, but
running through my veins.
Yeah,
most
yeah. And
definitely.
I love people that love Tacoma because I think that's what we missing.
Most definitely. I mean, shoot, I know you've seen it before. How many people want to tell you to move out of Tacoma and change your life around? I guess the main thing about Tacoma would be, in my eyes, is our weather. You know what I mean? You know how we don't really get too much sunshine around here. We would be lucky if we get 3 months of some real solid sunshine, you know what I'm saying, out here and stuff. Matter of fact, you know, I got songs about that, you know, me and my boy KT. But so like, but I, like you said, I love Tacoma. Like, you know what I mean? And no matter where I'm at, where I'm going, who I'm meeting, like, I'm from Tacoma, Washington.
That's what's
you know
up.
what I mean? And
That's
just
what's
like
up.
you said right there, you go other places and be like, where you from, man? Oh, I'm from Washington. Oh, you from D.C.? I got the people in D.C.
Oh yeah.
Not Washington State. You know, I mean, not my bad. Not Washington D.C. The state.
The state,
and they looking at you like, well, where that at? So then, like you said, you got to say Seattle, and you're like, oh, okay, it's Sonics and stuff. Like, yeah, but about 20, 30 minutes, depending on traffic, maybe 40, whatever, south of there.
40 minutes now.
40,
Crazy.
hour and a half, something like that. You know what I mean? But yes, little town called Tacoma. Yeah, that's where you find me at. You know.
Yeah,
most
that's what's
definitely.
up. That's
Most
what's up,
definitely.
man. So these bars that you coming up with, they seem well laid out, man. You don't seem like you're a rookie with it. When did you start rapping?
Oh man. When I started rapping, I wrote my first rap, no lie. This is honest to God. I wrote my first rap at 8 years old. And that was even, I'm going to just be real, even them bars right there was before my time. Like, I even remember, it was me. I'll spit it just a little quick. You know what I mean?
This first bars.
It was me and my brother, me and my older brother, rest in peace, Big AC. You know what I'm saying? But I said, I woke up in my bed, stretching and yawning. And then I say to myself, I'm glad that it's morning, because all the mess that I went through, I'm glad that it's over. Even though I had someone looking over my shoulder, my big brother Andrew, we tight to the end. If I was trying to search, I would never find a better friend. If I was to be hurt, he stayed by my side. He nourished me to health, never leave out of sight. That was the first rap I ever wrote at 8 years old, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah.
You mentioned your brother.
Yeah. My older brother, rest in peace, Andrew Jamil Haheed Channel. Got him tatted right here. That's, you know what I'm saying, right here on my arm.
Do you mind if I ask what happened?
Yeah. I mean, circumstances are still iffy, you know what I mean, about what happened. But long story short, was chilling with this broad, and somehow my guy ended up gone. You know what I mean? And, like I said, the circumstances, situation. I mean, you know, growing up in Tacoma, you feel me? You know how it gets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, gang activity
Yeah,
all over. You know
the
what I
city
mean?
of Eden's children.
Exactly. So my brother definitely got caught up deep into the, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say deep, but he was definitely in it. Like, you know what I mean? My brother was a type of dude where if he's doing something, he's all the way with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, not trying to glorify gang life, nothing like that, but that's the circumstances of what it was. You know what I mean? So, long story short, like I said, he was chilling with this bro one night, and the story that they tried to give was he was playing with a gun and it went off and caught him. So, but yeah.
What's really crazy right now. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I got an interesting vibe from you when I seen the video that you sent in,
Right.
and I couldn't figure out what it was. I looked at it and I was like, okay, there's something different. I couldn't figure it out. Then you're mentioning your brother, and the circumstance. I believe I knew your brother.
Probably my brother was.
Yeah.
Like I said, we from the east side, but he was one of them dudes. It doesn't matter.
He was good friends.
Yeah.
He was good friends with my brother that passed away, Aaron, I believe,
Aaron,
Montgomery.
man.
And were you
now,
at the
now it's coming back to
ceremony
me.
of
I
life?
knew I recognized you from somewhere. Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah, you was up there speaking a good piece too, brother. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
appreciate that.
You hit me when you was up there talking, bro.
Yeah,
Oh
so-
God, I was in the. You know what I'm saying, in the back, like, yeah, but Aaron, yeah, bro, that was my dude. That was, man.
See, and so I'm a big guy on energy,
Mm-hmm.
big guy on energy, and I never know where it's gonna take me.
Right,
And I just
right.
follow that. I just follow what pops in my head, and I go with it. Been honing in on that. I call myself becoming superhuman, and just
Definitely.
feeling my own emotions and feeling energy and following my soul.
Right.
But the interesting thing is that energy has brought us here today. And you know what? It was your brother's energy that made that happen.
That's crazy how
That's
it works,
crazy.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
man.
universe really is a mysterious thing, man. For real.
That's crazy. And the thing about your big bro, man, is that he was one of those people that was around when I was playing ball and I went overseas and all that. And when I had came back, matter of fact, it was like college, I believe.
Right.
And every time I seen him, the love that he would show me, he would yell from, like, I'd be in the car and he'd be in a parking lot. I remember we was on the east side. I was driving down 72nd, had my windows down. I hear somebody yelling at me. Yelling. And it was AC yelling my name from across the parking lot, waving me down. And there's like 4 or 5 different cars. And it's like packed. It's like there used to be you know what I'm talking about? His energy was crazy.
That was my brother too. The fool, like you
Yeah.
said, he don't care if he see you down the street.
Yes.
He's about to shout until you get. Yeah, all right. What's good? That was my brother, man. That was definitely him, and I'm glad that you said that because that filled my soul right there to hear that. You know what I mean? That his energy still all these years later. You know what I'm saying?
When somebody mentions his name, I always remember his just energy every time I seen him. It was through the charts, through the roof. Every time I seen him, he was excited. I think the last time I had seen him, I was in the parking lot at Mega Foods that was off of Hosmer.
Yep.
And
Mega Foods.
I was going in, and he was in the car. Do you know your bro was hanging out the window yelling my name? Like, I didn't know you was in town. What's going on? But he's hanging out the window.
Out the window.
And it's like 7 o'clock at night, hanging out the window at the grocery store. You know what I mean?
That is my brother to the fullest. That's
Yes,
how
indeed.
I know. You were talking about Andrew Jamil Haheed channel because that is him. That was I used to my analogy for my brother was he was a lit fuse. You know what I mean? That's just what he was. Like that he was just a spark that constantly just a lit fuse though. You know what I mean? Like there's no bomb to it. It's just a lit fuse. Just you know what I mean? Constantly burning. You know what I mean? And that was my brother. The energy from when we were kids. I mean, I'm talking about we would be chilling in the park, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of his friends, they got their little brothers, and I'm in there chilling, you know. So we all just palling around in Stewart Heights or some, or Wrights Park or something like that. And my brother just get up and go climb a tree. Just we'll be mid conversation, and he'll just get up and go start climbing the tree, just out of nowhere. And everybody looking at this man, watching him scale, and he's not just climbing the tree. He's like. Yeah, he's scaling
after,
it. Right, you know what I mean? And
it,
it's just like for him to hit. You know what I'm saying? Like I always looked at my brother like you said, it was a superhuman. You know what I mean? Because he was always doing just this amazing stuff. You know what I mean? At such a young age too. You know what I mean? Like we be mid conversation again. He'll take off in the middle of the field, do a cartwheel and a backflip. And then come back to the conversation like nothing just happened. Like, bruh,
where we go with this?
Right? Like, what are you trying to do with this right now? All right, so where are we about to go? You know, you about to line us up? We about to do some gymnastics or something like that, bruh? Like, what's going on? But yeah, that was my brother, man.
The crazy thing about that is like this podcast was based off of Aaron and Aaron's passing because he was talking about doing the podcast.
Okay.
So AIM, you know, was that
Aaron? His name, Aaron Isaiah Montgomery.
Aaron Isaiah Montgomery. So it was curated off of that, off of him and my emotions dealing with that. So I started the podcast, and this is where we're at. And then him being the wild thing and the energy that I'm feeling right now is like those two are friends, and now they're in heaven and they're doing their thing. And then today they knew, and we had no idea that we didn't even know that
connection was right there
the whole time, and then boom, we're here.
Right. Like I said, the universe is a wild place. You know what I'm saying? And that energy is real. You know what I mean? Energy don't die. You know what I'm saying? It just transforms into something else that we can't even fathom right now. You know what I mean? But that's with Aaron and my bruh. I literally remember almost daily getting off of school because, you know, we went to Foster right there off of 60th, you know what I mean? And getting off of school, walking down that small little hill. Matter of fact, no, we wouldn't because he lived on that next street over. So we just cut through the field and go through the little back way and walk right down to Aaron's house. And we would just be chilling because we lived right across, you cross Stewart Heights, right on 56 and E. And so you cross Stewart Heights, go across the street, and our house is right there. So back and forth.
All day long.
All the time. You know what I'm saying? Stuff gets, you know, a little iffy with big bro. That's the majority of the times that's where he was going to. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple little spots, you know what I mean? But Aaron was definitely one of the top three, you know what I mean, that he go to, hey, can I lay here a little bit, you know what I mean? And it was always like that. Whenever I came over, man, moms would have something good cooking in the kitchen, you know what I mean? We would just be outside doing our thing. I'm running around trying to be a little kid, but impress the older kids. So you know what I mean. I'm doing me, and I'm watching. It was always like you said, just love and good energy. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. So I mean, that's a family I married into.
Right.
And I was around then. You know what I mean? I was in high school then, dating his sister.
Okay. Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I was around then. That's how I met your brother.
Okay.
Was at the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most
came over and. Matter of fact, I was still I was rapping then, but, you know, I was more into basketball, of course.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's just, you know, kind of blew my mind, set me back on everything I was going to ask you now that we found that out.
Right.
You know,
kind of just opened the doors up even a little more. You know what I mean? That ice is way broken now.
Yeah, we done went past hip hop. And
right. And got to some life stuff. Right.
So we just going to keep going. We're going to keep going.
Most def.
We talked a little bit about, you know, I told you my podcast is Crucial Conversation. And it's about self-empowerment, self-love,
right,
self-discipline. Just so if you can take care of yourself, you can take care of others. You can take care of your family, people that are close to you.
Most definitely.
Spreading love. I wanted to talk to you about because you said that's something that you've been working on and that you got some things going on as far as being the man and self-empowerment. What are some things that you're doing right now to empower yourself as a man?
To empower myself as a man, just basically, as simple as I can put it, as much as I can every day, have self-regulation. You know what I mean, and accountability, and integrity as a man. You know what I mean. Like there's a lot of things that get misconstrued about, what's considered manhood, you know what I mean? And even shoot, me being a product of it, you know what I mean? Just like having that false sense of manhood at a point in time,
Yeah.
growing up in life and trying to figure your way out, your ins and outs. Like, I mean, just to give like an example, like, you know what I mean? I've had my back and forth is what I say. I would always call my mom used to call me Mr. Avery as a kid. So I've always had this sense of maturity about myself, you know what I mean? But as you grow up and you get influenced by things, I mean, because influence is a real thing. People like to act like it's not, but it's a major thing.
Definitely
You know what
real.
I mean? It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's
real. So you grow older, you get influenced about the things that are outside. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to bring this up whenever I talk about, what I'm saying, this type of matter. Rest in peace, the late great Nip Huss. He had made one crucial point in one of his interviews that he was doing. It was like, we're raised as good kids, you know what I'm saying, in the house.
Yeah.
But once you go outside, it's different. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Especially if you're one of them kids or just, one of the people that wants to venture out, you know what I mean, and see, you know what I mean, what's going on now. I'm not just going to be cooped up here, or just listen. I'm not saying not listen, but just follow this everyday routine of going to school and then, going home, doing my homework and then just staying around the house or whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
a
I
little
want to
free
go
bird. You gotta
right,
be a free
exactly.
bird.
So
Fly
then,
around a little
right,
bit.
right.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you run into those influences and different type of things like that, and that's when it starts to shape your mind as what they call manhood and what you should be doing as a man. Now, of course, you're always supposed to be taking care of yourself and making sure you're handling your responsibilities, as a man. But there comes that time, you know what I mean, where we as men don't really get that chance to be vulnerable. You know what I mean, and show that I'm a man, but you know what I mean. Right now, I might be going through some things that I wouldn't say I can't express as what you guys call I should as a man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. The
Solid and you know what I'm
ideology
saying?
of
Right,
what a man
right,
is.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, it's
Like,
false. First of
right.
all, they teach you what they teach you is false. What they
Most
teach you is
definitely.
false. Especially as a black man.
Especially as a
They
black
teach
man.
you to hold all those feelings in, which leads to outbursts,
Outbursts.
which leads to depression,
Right,
which leads to I can just keep going down the line.
You could just throw them
Drugs,
out there, all
you know what I'm
types of
saying,
stuff.
criminal activity,
You know what I'm
because
saying?
you have all these things bottled up.
Irrationality,
Yeah,
that's what it
yeah.
becomes. You know
And
what I'm
then one
saying?
of the things I, being a father, one thing, and a coach,
Right.
is I try to get through to the young people that sometimes don't let your not sometimes, but don't let your ego
That word right there.
get you in trouble.
That word right
Don't
there.
let your ego get you in trouble. And what I
Right.
mean by that is like some people, most people have an ego. I have an ego.
Right.
I have an ego. We all have something. We all have somewhat of an ego. When you get in a situation where ego's tapped in and you feel like your pride's hurt, you know what I mean, and you feel big and bad, and you want to lash out. What I thought younger, I thought I was protecting my ego. Oh,
Right.
he disrespected me. I'm about to punch him in the
About
face.
to knock this dude
Yeah,
out.
you know what I
Right,
mean,
right.
or he said something about this dude. Or this, you know what I mean. This was embarrassing. I want to do some physical
Right, physical
altercation.
altercation. Right, right.
What I know now is that's the immaturity.
Definitely.
That's very immature.
Very immature.
The stronger thing is to not let it affect your ego, and if it does, sometimes letting that go, letting your ego take a little hit, it'll make you stronger, so you can bounce back.
Most definitely.
You know, instead of catching that assault case, I let you slide. Yeah, you might have talked a little something. You know, I might be angry. I might want to smack you, but I'm gonna let that slide today.
Right. You know
Because
what I
I'm
mean?
gonna go home to my family. I'm not gonna catch this case. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and continue to do something positive.
Right. Because I got bigger aspirations
Yeah.
and goals that can't be put on hold for this
For
petty
sure.
stuff. Right
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
you
And
know
sometimes
what I mean?
you get them people that are there. Now the demons will come in all forms, just like angels.
Right.
So some people some people are there to throw you off.
Most
You know,
definitely.
and the evil one, the evil one and them demons are sent there to throw you off, and they really start coming once you start moving in a positive manner.
Most definitely.
And I've seen it, and I've dealt with it. I'm dealing with it now, and I kind of just shake it off because I endure and I prepare myself every day. I endure and I prepare myself.
word.
Like I know
Right.
you're coming.
Right, right.
I know
yeah.
you.
I see you coming.
I see you coming.
Right,
I
right,
wake up
right.
in the morning and know the devil mad. I'm up again, baby.
Right, right.
I came to win
I
again.
came to win again.
I came to win, and then
I
like
heard that.
yeah, and then I'm trying to become superhuman to the point where I'm not only trying to win for me, I'm trying to win for my family, but then I'm also
right.
trying to inspire other people to start winning also.
Most definitely.
You know
most
what I mean?
definitely.
So I mean, let's bring it back to a little bit of hip hop.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Your flow that you had to win the contest. I was impressed by just your bars in general.
Right, right.
Your bars in general was impressive. Your delivery was impressive. And just like I said, there was something about the video. I know now what it was. You know, I know now that the energy was coming through, and your brother was like, "Yo, this is my little bro."
Right, right,
Yo,
right,
Tay.
right.
Yo,
Yeah,
Big
yeah,
Tay.
Yeah. That's what he used to
Yo,
call
yo,
you. Yeah, okay.
yo, Swift.
Right,
Swift.
right.
He said,
Okay,
yeah, when he
okay.
called me when I was driving the car, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know where people know me from by what nickname
What
they
nickname
call.
they call you? Okay.
If you know me from the east side on 34th Street, if I hear somebody yell Swift, I automatically know.
Oh, I know.
You know me.
Right,
You know
right,
Young
right.
Tay.
Right.
You know
Got
Young
you.
Tay with the Dickies walking through the east
Through
side.
the
You know
east
what I'm
side.
saying?
Got you.
With the brown bomber on. You know that guy.
Right,
So it's a
right.
different, you know what I'm saying? And he, you know, that day he was yelling Swift, and like I said, I was playing ball. No one's calling me Swift like that anymore. And when he yelled it, I was like, who the hell is that?
Automatically.
And then, and then he's coming out. I can't remember the name of the bar that was right there off of 72nd, right by where the
72nd.
where the pizza place is there. Little Caesars is there now.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it's not the Silver Unicorn. It wasn't Silver
On
Unicorn.
72nd?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, the other direction. I'm tripping. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of Downport.
Yeah,
towards
there was a
Pacific and
Silver
shit like that.
Unicorn
Yeah,
down the street, but there was another one, the little bar.
I think I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but-
You know, I'm a little younger, so you know.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bar
you-
scene was later.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
life.
that bar was gone by the time you was getting down.
Right.
But it was right there on the east side, man.
Okay.
But saying this, man. What's up? So what are you doing career-wise, man? I know you got to be getting down. So what you got going on?
Oh man, so like I said, a lot of my I'm gonna take it back a little bit. So
Okay.
you know, I said I've been rapping, you know what I'm saying, since I was a kid. But high school, I was in a group called what's called Armada Regime. I'm getting all lost in my head. It was called Armada Regime. So I was going to school in Lakewood at Clover Park, and we had a little buzz going. This is like my sophomore year, and this was around the time that they had remade the Club Friday downtown, right?
Yeah.
And we was the opening night. We had performed there. You know what I mean? I was about 15, I think. Yeah, like 15 or 16 years old, you know what I mean? And we have the opening night, we performed first, you know, local hip hop artist or group, whatever, you know, performed there and everything. And then from there, we just kind of had this little momentum going, you know, for about a good almost year, you know what I mean? Then things start happening, you know, still in school, you know what I mean? Life really hit. So it was just like, got to start focusing. So like kind of fell back a little bit from music. Still rap, you know, here with the homies, you know what I'm saying? We're still writing and everything.
Yeah.
And we'll say I fast forward to about 2010, because I graduated 07. So fast forward to about 2010, 2011, something like that. I linked up with some other local cats out here. My guy, Mikael Traps, a.k.a. Misfit. You know what I'm saying? The homie Gamble, the other homie Swift, and me, and then we had this girl from Portland, Oregon, named Ruby. And we called ourselves Dread Eye. Now this was, like I said, this was about 2010, 2011. We had a little buzz going with that too. You know what I mean? When it started, because like I said, we were definitely that core hip hop group is especially, you know, because around that time music was starting to, you know, do its little transition and stuff like that. So we were still trying to bring that, you know what I'm saying, natural hip hop feel to it. So we got like I said,
The meat and potatoes.
Right, the meat and potatoes and all the, you know what I'm saying, the gravy and the greens and all that stuff. You know
You were
what I
still
mean?
trying. You was isolating on the beginning of
the
it.
soul
still.
of
Yeah,
it.
the
You know
soul
what I
of
mean?
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
The skull and
So,
bones of it.
Right. So, you know, we got a little buzz going with that, and then, you know, like I said, life hit again. Around that time, my daughter was just born, as a matter of fact. She was born in 2010. So, I had to really get into my father mode because I wasn't, making money from the music. I'm doing the music, but you ain't really making no money.
Yeah,
So,
kind of decision making time.
Right, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. So I actually now after that is when I kind of just fell back again, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be until about this past, I say about 2.5 years where I'm back into the flow
Okay.
and getting back and everything. I linked up with one of the local hot producers, my man KT from the Beat Armada.
Yes,
You know what I
indeed.
mean?
KT, what's up, boy?
Yeah. Shout out KT, Cedu, you know what I mean? Everybody else on the Beat Armada, you feel me? But yeah, I linked up with him and cause the homie Dontay, shout out Dontay, you
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? He I guess I made when Nipsey passed, I made this a quick little tribute to him. I spit over the dedication beat, you know what I'm saying? Made a quick little 16, you know what I'm saying? Spit it for that, and I dropped that, and he sent it to KT. It was like, hey, bro, this is my guy right here. I think you should, reach out to him, and y'all could really, make something happen. This was right after Nip passed.
Yeah.
And he listened to it, and he, like you said, he just automatically hit me. It was like, yo, bro, like, we need to start getting into, you know what I mean? We need to start making something happen. So we linked up, and then we just started recording, you know what I mean? We got some stuff in the vault, you know what I mean?
Okay, so
it's
you've been in there. You've been orchestrating in the lab over there with KT.
Most definitely.
So you
most
got
definitely.
some. Well, I reached out to KT and I asked him, and he said that you know what I'm saying, I asked him about you, and he said that you was working on the project.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said you're also on his album that he's coming out with.
Yeah. Most
So,
definitely,
yeah,
most definitely. We also did we did a well, he did a project and I featured on one of the songs. Or I wouldn't say featured on the song. Me, him, and the homie OTM Velveeta. Shout out my guy, you know what I mean, and the homie EQ, most definitely. We did a song called Only Summer in August, and he dropped an EP that was titled Only Summer. He named it after the song Only Summer in August. It's a dope EP, got a bunch of different feels, you know what I mean, some street stuffs, you know what I mean, soul music, hip hop, you know what I mean. Excuse me. But we dropped a song called Only Summer in August. We just dropped the video this past summer.
Okay.
But we actually dropped the song the summer before that.
Is this
and
where is it? This on platforms right now?
Yeah. This on platform. If I believe it's on all the platforms. You find it on YouTube. Type in Only Summer in August, AC, KT, OTM Velveeta, and EQ. Find it right there. It's a dope. It's a dope. Real dope song. Like I said, that good old soul hip hop feel. You know what I mean. So y'all go ahead and check that out if you still haven't.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm actually on that on his album. I'm actually gonna do a poem, a spoken word on the album. So I still gotta get in there. KT, I got you, man. I'm gonna get in there and give you that poem you was asking for. I got something. I already started writing it. You know what I mean? We gonna go in.
All right, now.
I'm definitely gonna go in on that, man.
I heard that. Spoken word is always good for the song.
Man,
Definitely.
It starts off passionate anyway. You know what I mean?
Okay,
It starts off passionate anyway, and so I love creating anyway. And far as poetry and all that, that's where my essence started. I started off writing poetry in 5th grade, 4th grade. It was like the only thing I was good at in 4th grade. That was before I had the coordination to play any sports. So I was one of those kids that was
first love, I guess you could say.
For sure. Definitely was poetry, and then it went into hip hop, of course, and took its course because I started putting words to it and then getting into music.
Right.
So that's how it all began, but that's the essence of it. And I still write to this day, just like I still do music.
Right.
I keep it mostly to myself because that's what it's for. It's music for me is ventilation.
Yeah.
It's ventilation.
It's definitely therapy.
Yeah, I get through it. So that's how I get through things. Man, I'm really interested in that verse that you said that you did for Nipsey. You got that off the head?
Yeah, I got that off the head.
You got that off the dome?
Yeah, I got that off the dome.
Yeah. Let me go. Wait, hold up. Before we do it. Hey, this is AC, man. He did a Nipsey Hustle 16. After Nipsey passed, man, he's finna give it to you a cappella right now on Crucial. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we get down out here. You know what I mean? So go ahead and hit him with that, man.
Hold on, let me get that back
real
quick. I said, for Nipsey, this a dedication. Said I'm done with the hesitating. The marathon we forever racing. About to come. See, look, I'm
It's
messing
all
it up.
good. It's all good.
Okay, I got it.
It's all good,
Let me
man.
bring
Get
it
that
back. Let me
groove. Get
bring
that
it back.
rhythm.
For Nipsey, this the dedication. About to come on. Oh my God, why can I not remember that stuff right now? This is embarrassing.
Oh man, don't even. Yeah, it ain't embarrassing. These cats ain't even rapping out here, man.
Most definitely. Okay, I got it. For Nipsey, this a dedication. Said I'm done with the hesitating. The marathon we forever racing. About Tacoma, yo, I'm legislating. It's time for me to step my game up and show my people elevation. And Nipsey's life is what we celebrating. Man, he connected every side to put a crater in the segregation. For my brothers, my hands out. Not putting my handouts, just advocating for peace. This my demonstration. And right now it's hard to breathe. We need ventilation. Because they took our brother from us with no vindication. But his spirit gonna rise on it. Here's the indication. Look at the unity created out the situation. Just want to thank you, Big Nip. You've been an inspiration. Me and my people making plays with your information. And there will never be another, only imitations. The marathon continues, so what's the limitation? That's my dedication.
Yeah.
Got it back. Sorry, y'all.
Nice. Hey, persistence, man. Persistence,
You
man.
know,
You know what
you
I'm
know.
saying? You just got to keep going.
Keep on pushing, right?
Yeah,
right.
keep on pushing, man. It happens to the best of them,
Most
man.
def,
It happens
most
to the
def.
best of them, but boom. The mind works mysterious. It came back and da-da-boom, da-da-boom. Ta-da! Bars.
Bars all
Ta-da!
day. All
Bars.
day.
You know what I'm saying? I find myself every now and then I'll remember a song that I wrote so long ago, and just it'll be like I'll say something, and then all of a sudden I'll remember a whole verse.
Whole verse, right?
Yeah, and be like, "Whoa, I thought I forgot that."
I forgot
verse.
about that
'Cause
one.
similar,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It touched me when you said about you were talking about you moving around. You had your notepads, and you ended up losing some of them in storage.
Right.
Man, and how you fell back after that. Man, I had a similar story, but it was I had my mix board.
Right.
And I had recorded, I was mixing and mastering my own stuff, and I had recorded over, I think at the time I had 2 albums and a mixtape in the board, right? And no one's had heard it except for myself, my dude Dub Zero, and a couple people that been to my house, been in the studio sessions with me, and my board froze up.
Right.
And I was calling all these places trying to get it fixed. And then I finally talked to a guy, and he was telling me, "Oh, it'll be saved. You just do this, and hit the buttons." And I did it, and it erased everything.
Dang. Oh yeah, that I can
And
already tell you
when you crushed,
right.
it was over.
Over.
It was over.
I'm done.
It
I'm
was
finita.
done.
I'd hang
It
it. I don't even. Yep.
It was done. It was done. That was the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had my guy Mace to try to get me out and get back to doing music. I did a couple live shows with him, and he's been trying to get me back into it. So as far as being a rap artist, I don't think I'm going to ever do that again. I might, drop 16 on somebody if asked. On somebody's album, or like I do with KT, because I love creating. As far as being a rap artist, that's not going to happen. That's not where my mind's racing going. The energy. We actually got some other things that I'm going to do, which is also tied in to rap, but it'll be on the other end of things.
On the other end of things, yeah.
On the other end
behind
of things.
the scenes, and stuff like that.
So,
right.
In this platform, like I was talking about to Real Cosby earlier. Another dope artist from Tacoma.
Right. Shout out Real Cosby.
Yeah. I was telling him, a lot of people are talking about how there's no support for the hip hop scene out here. How the hip hop scene don't support each other. Everybody's on their own teams in their own camps. I would like to. What do you think about the community of hip hop in Tacoma?
I mean, there's truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that, and then you can also say that there's actually a lot of unity. You know what I mean? I guess where I would put it down as, I mean, everybody got their their camp, their people that they're trying to build with, or who they embellish more. You know what I'm saying? It's just a natural human response. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're at a basketball game and I got people on both sides, or not even wouldn't even say people on both. Well, yeah, people on both sides. But I mean, I met you like a few months ago, but I've known this man over here like 7 years. I'm about to be going for that team. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my guy. Like we good. You know what I mean? I'm not. There's no love. There's no love lost. But it's like this my guy right here. I can't I gotta go for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so in a sense of that, that's definitely how, I would say a lot of cats in Tacoma play. But I also know there's also a lot of unity, and there's a lot of different people in cahoots with each other. Might not be so much out in the forefront, and they just let it be known, just because of, I feel like, with Tacoma, the mindset that we kind of have is like we've always sort of kind of been the underdogs, especially when you're talking about hip hop and music and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I guess with a sense of trying to come out from under that shadow, you know what I mean? Or I wouldn't even say that mindset is what I was getting at, actually. Like, that it's like we're not doing this to be, a lot of cats don't do it to be seen, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're doing it to really make something happen, you know what I'm saying? If they're being seen because of that. They're not doing it because they just want to be seen. They want to be heard, or you know what I'm getting at? Like, I'm not just doing this just because I want some clout.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I want the recognition. No, I'm doing this just because this is what I love to do. And this is my passion about it. Now, I don't have to sit here and scream that we're not unified because this person isn't messing with me, or because that person isn't messing with me. You know what I mean? Because I'm working on this platform right here and building with this person over here and this person over here, because we got the same mindset. It's not so, I wouldn't say too many people shouldn't worry about how much unity we have, as far as we should just be doing it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If you're constantly working on your craft and you're moving, you're doing things, you know what I'm saying? Momentum, exactly. There you go. Building that momentum, it's gonna create that magnetic field, and it's gonna gravitate, you know what I'm saying, other people and like minds to you. So eventually that unity, or you know what I'm saying, I don't want to use quotations, but people use it in like a bad sense nowadays. So that unity that you're talking about that we don't have is going to come naturally. You know what I mean? You can't really force nothing, really. And that's another thing though too. A lot of cats want something to be forced. You know what I mean? And knowing how Tacoma operates, you know what I mean, from whatever, like if you think about it, a lot of the hip hop scenes come from those, sections, Hilltop, East Side, Lakewood, you know what I mean, like that. So knowing how Tacoma operates, we are connected, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, we got these sections, so you know what I mean. We can come together, you know what I'm saying, do things. But then after that, we're gonna go, probably more than likely we're gonna go back to our section, continue building from there. But it's all love though, you know what I'm saying. Shout out Hilltop, my God, shoulders the low. We ain't got a chance to really, make no music together, but that's like my brother, you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm just being real. I'm not just capping like that. Like, me and him really got close over the past about 5 to 7 years, you know what I'm saying, on some real brother type stuff, you know what I'm saying. He, and everybody knows who Shoulders is, he's Hilltop official, you know what I mean. But that's what I'm talking about. There's so people saying that there's no unity, you know what I mean, and there's no respect for out here for the hip hop scene. Like I said, it can be it's a what you call it, a scale type thing. It can go one side a little bit, and then it can tip to the other side, and then it can even out. You know what I mean? That's just how Tacoma is. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
As far as people on the outside, though, looking in, the support in that aspect, I could definitely say there's a lot less. You know what I mean? What's the word I want to find? Just like you said, just natural, like, push. You know what I mean? From I guess you would say the community. I see a lot. I'm be real. I see a lot of people in the community who kind of downplay cats who are still trying to maybe pursue a rap career. You know what I mean? And things like
almost
that.
Look frowned upon.
Right, exactly, because you're a rapper, that word. But it's just because I feel the word rapper has become oversaturated over the years. You know what I'm saying? And watered down, because it is true. Like, you look to your left and your right, you're probably going to see a rapper nowadays, especially nowadays in 2021. You know what I mean?
It's a little easier to try to be a rapper.
Exactly.
To create the music, there's home studios. There's there's apps. I've seen guys just use nothing but their phone and be able to create a song.
Right, just from their phone. That's facts.
Just from their phone. So it's just the accessibility to be able to create. is a good thing and a bad thing, because you get some people that are garbage
Right.
that are creating,
That are creating.
Then you get some people that's hot, but in between there, there's all kind of different people.
Most definitely, most
So
definitely.
so you got to kind of like cipher through it and figure out what's dope and what's not.
What's not right?
The good thing about it is there's so much music out there you can find. If you find a good angle, you
Right,
might be
right,
able
right.
to go down a loophole where you find like-minded artists, or the artists that you like, or the artists that you love, you like listening to, and then you can continue forward. My idea is to actually do that with my platform. I think I'm starting off strong. I got you on here after winning the contest, dropping your bars. Real
sir.
Cosby was on here earlier today, so we're already starting off strong and
Starting
building this
strong, right,
platform,
right.
Getting it popping. So
Most
this is that
definitely.
crucial hip hop.
I
you know
heard
what
that
I mean?
crucial.
Yeah, it's crucial. We're coming with bars, so you come up on here, you're gonna have to have some bars. So you will have to spit. So some of you artists is gonna hit me up asking to get on. If you don't got no bars, there's no reason for you to get on here. That's just period. You know what I
No
mean?
disrespect, but
Yeah, it's got to be bars. It's got to be bars.
there's cats that do this.
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what I
trying
mean?
to get. I need the cats that really, really, really work on their pen game, really in the lab, working on their craft.
Right.
Because that's what it's going to take, and that's what I'm going to support those people, the
Most
people that are
definitely.
actually working. So I appreciate that, the fact that you jumped in the contest. I really appreciate the fact that you came down here and that you jumped on the podcast. Tell us a little something about yourself.
Most
And
def,
then
most
we
def.
ended up knowing, like, you know what I'm saying, you being AC's brother and going
That
through
just that connection right there,
that connection
that-
right there just changed the game up.
Right. You know how small Tacoma be,
Yeah,
man. I mean,
yeah.
I can't tell you how many instances that happened though. Like just
Yeah.
because, like, you know what I mean? I mean, I wouldn't say that I don't like to call myself a local celebrity, but that's what people have called me because of who my brother was. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna weigh in on that again. I was never the cat that went around, oh, I'm AC's little brother. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That
yeah.
like especially after he passed, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was really just quiet and kept to myself after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But somebody recognized, and I cut my hair, like, you know, after he passed, when he was in high school, I had my hair shaved real low. I didn't do the bald thing like he was, but it
Yeah.
was just real low. And we looked so much alike already. So when I did that, you know what I mean? I'm constantly getting that
Yeah.
that double look, like, yo, what's going?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
they're
yeah. Gotta
looking
look,
at me
yeah.
like, oh, bruh, I thought you was your brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's definitely a thing that helped, I guess you would say, boost my confidence, you know what I mean? Definitely over the years, but I never really let it get to my head like that, you know what I mean? And that was just never me, you know what I mean? So that with us coming in together like this, you know what I mean? That energy that you were bringing, you know what I'm saying? And just through realizing, like, oh snap, I know your brother. Like I said, I've been going through that for years, just be in the most random place, you know what I mean? Start talking about stuff, bring him up, and just talking about things, and they're just, I could see their face turning up, like, yo, like,
Yeah,
I
hold
think
on.
I'm like, hold up, I think I might know you. What's his name? And then I repeat his name. You guys was where? Or stuff and that, and then that's when all the memories start coming. Like, yo, brother used to, man, that was my, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
this is definitely something that anomaly that happens about I say about every 2 years, something like that. This happens for real.
And that's crazy. That just lets you know how powerful his life was.
Most def.
You
most
know what I
def.
mean? And maybe, you know what I'm saying, everything happens for a reason, but the reason that he's still here because of that energy.
No, yeah,
He left.
He left with
Living forever.
or he left
still-
the town with.
Yeah, he
should
still
I
got
say.
it on people.
Yeah,
You know
most
what I mean?
definitely. It's
He made
it's
this
a bug.
happen.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He got up there, him and Aaron got together and was like, you know what, this is what we gonna
That's
do.
what we gonna do.
We're
right,
gonna bring
right.
them two together, get them on there, man. But
yeah.
I really want you to do. I know you're dibbling and dabbling. Just don't put that pen down this time.
Oh, most definitely.
Don't
Most
do it this
definitely
time,
not.
man.
Most
I'm going to
definitely
follow
not.
you. I'm going to support you. I'm definitely going to get behind you on everything you do musically, man.
Much love,
and
much
start
love.
start supporting your projects that you're doing. Like I said, we got a lot of things in common. KT, I've been knowing KT since high school.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't listen to him. He said I gave him a concussion in high school. That's a lie. he ran into me.
He be talking about his hoop days. Matter of fact, you probably told me about that. I know he used to talk about his hoop days a lot.
Whenever he tells you about me, if he says I gave him a concussion, he's making that
lying.
story up, man. I deny.
Don't be lying on my man Tay, KT.
I deny all charges. I didn't do any of that. He ran into me and then blamed me for some injury. I have no idea what happened that day. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but We're definitely, we're gonna see each other just on that aspect because I do deal with KT. Matter of fact, he shot a video for me maybe about 6 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
when Demons Loves Angels, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
You can
right.
look that up on YouTube
Okay,
back when I
most
was
definitely.
rapping.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? He shot that video. My brother was in it, Emmanuel. And yeah, it was an interesting little video, little concept track that we did. Matter of fact, the guy that produced the beat that was for the 16 bar challenge also did that beat. So
Okay.
if you look that up, listen to that song and then think, hold on, that beat's from the same producer
same
to show you
okay.
his versatility.
Right. All right. Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so much. Also, the 16 bar challenge was also trying to get MCs to get down and showcase their skills. Was also a way of me getting my boy back off the couch.
Okay. Right.
You know
Right.
what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah. I
Give
get
him
you.
some of that energy. I was like, man, because all he heard was me spitting over his stuff for the longest. Now
Most
I don't really
def.
rap like
Right,
that.
right,
Let's
right.
get somebody. Producers, you can live forever. I mean,
Most
as a rapper, you can write forever.
Right,
too.
right.
But
But
as
a
a producer,
producer-
you can live. You can be 70 if you dropping beats. You can get all that popping. So it was just a way for me to give
all
him
that,
something.
all
Yeah.
that orchestrating.
Yeah,
That's all you
that
did.
right there.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
a way to
yeah.
get him. So shout out Dub. I'm coming for you. We're gonna get you on this podcast and talk about it.
Most
you know what I'm
def.
saying? So we're gonna do another one soon. I expect you to be in there. Don't be taking all my money though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna need the sponsors. I'm gonna
Hey.
get sponsors. We're gonna try to get that pot up though.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
want
right,
to get. I want to get it to like 500
All right. Okay.
for the next
sure.
one. So I'm
I'm
looking for
have
sponsors.
to write right.
Yeah, I'm looking for some sponsors. We're gonna try to make it a little bigger.
Okay.
Maybe have like 3 different beats you can pick from.
Okay.
And then have it be $500 and get some sponsors and maybe able to get maybe a studio session popping off or something,
most
or maybe even get a photographer, get a photo shoot popping off when you win it.
Right,
So the
right.
Photo shoot, studio time, 500. That sounds nice.
Most def.
That
Most
sounds like
def. That's
that
the
sound-
package deal right
That
there.
sounds like a nice little package.
That's a nice little package deal. Most def.
Right, they 16. Then they got to try to beat you, so you might just keep run the table on them
Man,
again.
I'm telling you, like I said, I got stuff in the arsenal, man. Look, I'm not a one that likes to toot my own horn, but as many people that has been telling me over the years, don't put the pen down. You need to keep rapping. Are you still rapping? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just got to harness that now. You know,
Yeah.
well, actually, I've been harnessing it, and I'm not saying that I ain't playing no more, but I ain't playing no more. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm a dope. I'm a dope artist. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and you guys are gonna hear me most definitely.
So man, you just keep speaking that into existence, but
Right,
keep
right.
going.
Right, most
Keep
def.
going. I'm gonna be here with you rocking. Everybody's talking about support Tacoma hip hop. I'm supporting it.
Most
this
def.
platform is gonna continue supporting it.
Most
I'm gonna
def.
continue to try to make this platform bigger and grow people, grow with people, and continue to put Tacoma on the map. Not only in hip hop, we're talking basketball, we're talking business, we're talking social media, we're talking podcasts.
Right, right.
I'm trying to ride Tacoma. We're trying to
build.
We're trying to build.
Most
You know what I'm
def.
saying? And just being from here gives me a sense of pride. Gives me a sense of
Always.
pride of coming from this city and being able to see places. And you know what I'm saying? Being able to be in Scandinavia, being able to be in Asia, being able to go see Germany, being able to be in Luxembourg, being
right.
able to be in all over the country playing ball, allow me to see and meet different people all over the world.
Right.
Get different aspects. And so all those are going to be implemented into this podcast. And this hip hop is just me implementing another. I guess you would say, if I'm making a move, you know what I'm saying. If we're using basketball terms, it's another move for the arsenal.
Most
You
def.
know, I want to be completely unstoppable.
Unstoppable,
So
okay.
if I can pull from 30, I want to be able to hit a 17-foot jumper too.
Most
So I want
def.
to be able to take it to a lane. So as
Versatile.
I build myself, I just build an army instead of a leader leading people and everybody being behind him. I'm a leader that leads leaders.
Leaders. Yeah.
So I don't want you behind me. I want everybody on the side of me, and we can just start
right
running
next
through.
to right
Yeah,
next
let's
to
go.
each other.
Let's go run through
in
things.
the line as a
Yeah,
unit.
let's go run
yeah.
through things.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
So I commend you, and I appreciate you coming by the.
I appreciate you, my guy.
Man, I appreciate it. And the dopest thing about it is the fact that I know that Aaron and AC is sitting there right now and they enjoyed what just happened.
What just
today.
happened, most
because
definitely.
They orchestrated it and we didn't even know.
Didn't even know it. Yeah.
Energy,
bro.
Crazy.
Straight energy.
That's
it's
crazy.
wild. It's
You know what I'm
wild as
saying?
heck,
So,
yo.
Yeah,
Man,
so
for real.
spirits aligned is a powerful thing.
Most definitely. It can't, like I said, it can't die. Energy cannot die. It just transformed into something else, something we don't understand. Like you said, we didn't even understand what was about to happen, and then it happened. You know.
Bada boom, man.
Shout out to energy.
Yes, indeed. And you have a mixtape and a EP that you're working on with KT.
So yeah, the mixtape is basically just me rapping over some industry beats, you know what I'm saying, just for listening purposes, you know what I mean? Exactly how we did it, you know, like how Wayne and them did it back in them days.
The original mixtape before they start making it sound like albums
and stuff. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that, but just showcasing the art, you know what I'm saying? Right. Exactly.
And then the EP.
And then the EP, most definitely. I don't really have a name for the EP right now, but we definitely have more than enough tracks in the vault to orchestrate a good EP. You know what I'm saying? Probably about just a quick little, maybe 10 songs or something like that, 7 to 10 songs, something like that. Just a quick little, but it'll be my first, like I said, like solo project that I've really ever worked on.
Okay.
I mean, I've done music, like I said, with people for years. You know what I mean? Here and there, not too many that got really pushed out there like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's somewhere out there in the vault, you know what I'm saying?
Well, this something that push is going to be real. We're pushing things over this time.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Pushing things over this time,
man.
It's
okay. Jerome Bettis, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. Run him over.
Run him over, baby.
Run him over. That's what we're going to do with this next one, man. Everything you do from this point forward, we got to be loud. It's got to be loud.
Most
It's got to be in their face.
I'm with it.
It's got to be in their face, man. So that's what we're going to do with that, man. Is there somewhere where they could hit you up? Somebody, you know, where are you going to start telling people your music's going to be dropping at? Are you on Instagram?
I mean, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I don't really have a YouTube right now. But I'm going to definitely get that in the works. Very, very soon. Very soon. But follow me on Instagram if you like. King_Jaleel. That's JAHLEEL 89. Facebook, Jaleel Akeem. You know what I mean? Look me up. You know what I mean? I do more than just, you know, I'm kind of a funny guy too. That's what they call me. You know what I mean? I don't really just be dropping just like jokes, but I got a really witty type of personality. So, you know what I mean? I can make you laugh too at the same time. Maybe not in a professional way, but you gonna laugh.
Okay, for sure. So they can look you up on there and y'all know what it is, man. I thank everybody for stopping by for the latest episode of Crucial Conversations. Hit you guys with that hip-hop. You know what I mean? I told you I was going to come with it. Came with 2 back-to-back. I might release these on the same day. But if you know what I'm saying, we live at BD Local. So if you missed that, you need to start catching up with that because we're going to continue to grow this platform to astronomical levels. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to reach past the moon, man. We're trying to go somewhere where we ain't never been before. You know what I mean? Because we just following this energy, and I don't know where it's going, but I'm on the train.
I'm on it. I'm
on the train. So remember, the most important conversation you're ever going to have is a conversation with yourself. Speak positivity to yourself. Love yourself, okay? You know what I'm saying? Wake up in the morning, tell yourself you're great. Yes. Tell yourself you're going to win. You know what I'm saying? Prepare yourself for when they throw those negative things to your way, you either dodge them or you smack them in the face. You know what I'm saying? And keep it pushing.
Perseverance.
Pushing. Be a warrior for yourself. Then you can be a warrior for others. All right? That's Crucial Conversations. And I'm out. Crucial.